Well, I think the most significant part of that plan is that Rhee has stated she wants to get rid of a significant share of her teaching workforce, because basically her teaching workforce, in her opinion, is incompetent. And anytime you want to get rid of a significant share, either through buying them out, either through terminating them, or encouraging them to leave and go to other school systems, that's a problem, because no credible school system does that. School systems that are credible want to keep their people that are certified and highly qualified, and even those that have problems, they want to provide support to them and help them to improve in the areas that are deemed to be weak areas. Because after all, you've put in a lot of money into these people over the years, a lot of training, and all that walks out the door. You start over again with new teachers who the research supports that minimally 3 years to even be effective, because it's a learning curve. And so I think for so long Rhee had no plan at all for the first 18 months, and only after pressure from the community and various other factions did she decide to come up with an educational plan. It seems to have been a systematic plan of hers to get rid of veteran teachers. And the reason for that, I believe, in a lot of instances, is because veteran teachers earn significantly more. When you bring in a brand new group of people, such as from Teach for America or the New Teacher Project, it's a revolving door. Many of them stay for 2 or 3 years. And there's also a conflict of interest in which the Chancellor has with New Teacher Project. She used to be the executive director of that organization. So, you know, who's to say why she's doing this? But I believe that if we look a little deeper, there's some financial reasons and why she's targeting teachers that make more money, and most of those teachers are disproportionately teachers of color. I believe it was about September 18th she sent out a notice. It came from her office. It was about 17 pages of guidelines stating the guidelines to lay off teachers and various other people in the schools. It's supposed to be a decision based on a consultation with the principal and what's known as the local school restructuring team. It's a team of teachers, of parents, community members, as well as the principal, to make these decisions based on what positions. It appears that they are violating the law and the regulations as they stand now. You can look under Title V, the District of Columbia Municipal Regulations, and it has the reduction in force guidelines for the District of Columbia Public Schools.
So if teachers get fired and they don't follow these guidelines, then they could sue?
Yes, they can sue. Usually our union sues on our behalf. We're required to exhaust our administrative remedies first and go to arbitration. But the problem is Rhee has fired so many people under her 2-year term that it has clogged the system up. And it's taking people maybe as long as 2 years or even longer to get a hearing. And that's a significant length of time to be without a job while you wait to fight. Although the good thing is that at the end of that road, 9 times out of 10, you will probably win your job back. And we've had some cases through the Washington Teachers Union where probationary teachers have been fired and their cases have been won. And they were offered, obviously, reinstatement, back pay, and back benefits. So I don't know if Rhee can make that assessment of what's good and bad, because she only taught for approximately 2 to 3 years herself. And by her own admission, she was what was considered a bad teacher. Now, what is a bad teacher? What that is to one person is something else to someone else. First, we need a definition, which we don't have. The second thing is that a lot of the teachers that are deemed to be bad are not bad. The problem is they're not given the resources in the schools that have the most needs. Our schools that had the most needs were given less money than they were supposed to, and more money was allotted to Rhee's model schools, and one of those was Shaw, where she claimed that this was a school that was up and coming. The principal said all of the older teachers were jaded, unenthusiastic, couldn't teach, and they got rid of all those people and brought in brand in new people, and guess what? Those wonderful teachers that they claimed had double-digit losses on their standardized test scores. And of course, there's been no discussion since those test scores have come out, and many of the teachers in some of the poor neighborhoods had significant gains in their test scores. So I think it's a game that she's playing to more of a public relations game, and it's most unfortunate, and who suffers in the end is the children.